Leader Durkin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it's an honor to present this resolution on behalf of our dear friend, our good friend, Judy Baar Topinka, who we are here today as Judy Baar Topinka Day. They just finished the ceremony in the Senate. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I'm glad and I'm honored we were able to do this in the House chamber. But I remember that day, December 10th, 2014, like it was yesterday. I think all of us do. All of us who woke up when we found out that Judy had left us. It was a really sad day. We're honored to have in the gallery with us is Judy's son, Joseph. He's in the Speaker's Gallery. Joe, thank you for joining us. He came in from Texas. Welcome back to Springfield, Joe. We all know how proud your mother was of you when you served our country as a member of the Army, a healthcare attorney, and an educator. She talked about you often in loving terms as a mother would of a son. So you should be very proud of that. She made you proud. You made her proud. We also want to recognize her dear Chief of Staff and dear friend for so many years who's joined us, Nancy Kimmy. Nancy, thank you for joining us. Nancy, you just didn't work for Judy. You really were part of her family. You really were. And I know that she would get a real kick out of the fact knowing that you have now left public service for so many years and are now thriving in the private sector with that cigarette in her mouth and swishing around that coffee. So, but I think all of us know that it's very difficult for us and hard to believe that she's just not with us. Judy served in the House from 1981 to 1985 before serving 10 years in the Illinois Senate. What brought her and I together initially was the fact that we both represented the West Suburbs. My first run for public office was for a school board. She supported me back in the early 1990s. But when I first took office in the House of Representatives in 1995, Judy had become the state treasurer. She took myself, a new state representative and a new state senator, Tom Walsh, under her wings and kind of looked at us as kind of part of her extended family, two of her sons. But a lot of us looked at us as kind of like the dysfunctional sons in that family, and I think you all could understand that. But she also really offered such wonderful sound advice on constituent outreach, dealing with the media, but also, most importantly, about how to be a good lawmaker. What was really great about Judy is that she called it like she saw it. You'd always get an honest assessment from her. She had a wonderful sense of humor. Had she not entered politics and government, she clearly would have been a member of the Second City alum. Her ability to bring levity to even the most serious of topics was her trademark. But the most important reason we loved Judy was because she loved us back. She went out of her way to connect with people. She was always sending handwritten notes or gifts to someone. We've all received them in this chamber. And at her memorial service, I was amazed by the stories from people whose lives she's touched throughout the state and throughout this country. Everyone thought of her as a friend. She had a way of making people feel special. We're also joined today by the Comptroller, Leslie Munger. Thank you for joining us, Leslie, and thank you for running the office of Comptroller in the spirit of Judy. Thank you. We know how special she was to us, and we will never forget her. And Joe, we share in your sorrow, and thank you for sharing your mother with us for so many years. Thank you.